if you are operating in the accessories e-commerce space, or you want to get into this space perhaps with a new brand, then this video is for you, because today we're going to analyze some of the do's and don'ts of some of the top accessories e-commerce stores on Shopify. Now, in case you don't know me, my name is Sabina. I'm the founder of Meraki Vision. We're an international team that helps clients launch a new brand on Shopify or helps them redesign when their conversions just aren't there. So let's hop into our first example. Now, right away, I'm going to show you something interesting that I really like about Brentmont watches. So they actually have this little chatbot here, and it's constantly notifying me here that there's 2 new messages. So psychologically, we're so used to Facebook, Instagram, all these messaging platforms that psychologically, who doesn't open up a bunch of tabs when they're really shopping and checking out all the different options? So you might kind of forget about that tab, leave it here in the background, and this pretty much grabs you back into it because it's just psychological that you're curious to see what those 2 messages are, even though it's just a little chatbot. Now, what's really cool about Brentmont chronometers is that they have amazing videos, they have amazing photography, so this really goes a long way. The videos themselves, they really show you who the target audience is. It's one of those brands that makes you, feel cool about it. It makes you want to be there, riding that beautiful car through London or wherever they have their videos. So this really goes a long way if you can invest in such videos. Now, not all of us can do that, because if you're a new brand, you might be looking at $10,000 to do something like that. So other things that you want to look at, what's really great about this is right here, you can't see it because of my video, but right here on the bottom, you have their main benefits of shopping with the company. And if you see that, it's right above the fold. If this wasn't here, you would notice it more. And basically that's awesome, because a lot of people, what they do is they just fill up their, they fill the banner and they take up a bunch of space with the menu, and it doesn't intrigue people to scroll further down. So by showing a little preview of what's down below, that really helps. Now, of course, the copy is on point with this one, which is great. The one thing I will say is that this brand seems to be a little bit for an older generation, and I do find that the font size is not that easy to read. Even for me, it's like I have to squint a little bit to see it. So that's something that they might want to improve. Now, if we look at the product page, which is obviously the most important, let's click on this one. Right, so we can see one awesome thing if you're dealing with a product that's more high ticket is that they have this credit option available. Now, it depends what country you want to sell in, because it's usually not available international, right? If you're selling in the US, there's different options. But you want to make sure that you can hit even those people that may not be able to afford your brand, to give them the opportunity to do it, right? Make an inquiry, that's great right away. Again, it's a high ticket item, so people may have some questions. You might need to do a little bit of sales. So right there, they make it very easy to access their brand. And of course, the rest of the page is also showing some awesome info, maybe a little bit too long of text. I would have laid it out a little bit differently, but they definitely have turned this into a landing page, which is really ideal for a product page. And again, beautiful imagery. It's very clear that this is a strong brand, and it matches with their price point, right? All right, let's hop over to another type of accessories. So this is Sunday Somewhere, and I really love their shop. Everything from, of course, the images. Again, if you're dealing with fashion accessories, you need to have good images. It's hard to Photoshop these kinds of things on. So it's clear, they have very relatable people, I would say. It's not necessarily models. Their product images are very clean. And here they have a video, I believe, which is kind of slow. It's lagging right now due to the screen sharing, but anyway, very cool. And all of their images, you can tell, are the same tone. They match the brand style and all of that. And I really love the logo as well. So let's jump into their product page. So with sunglasses, of course, you want to be, with any kind of accessories, really, you want to make sure that the product itself can be seen very up close. So you want to give them the option to zoom into it. Ideally, you could do something like a 3D rotation or some kind of GIF where you could actually rotate it around. But as you can see here, I can get really into the fine details of it, so you need to have good photographs there. The use of these accordions is awesome. We highly recommend using them because it allows you to put in a lot of information without having to share a whole bunch of stuff down the side. Here you have the shipping and returns policy right away. And in this case, they didn't put too much info on the product page. I would have liked to see a little bit more because, again, if you're going to be driving traffic, you're going to be bringing them to the product page, so you want to sell them on the brand as well. Lastly, I'm going to show you the watch brand that we built a year ago with an Australian brand. This is Dawson Belma. So the challenge with this project was actually because it was in the midst of the pandemic, we had to Photoshop these watches on the hand. So the first one that you saw there, these are all Photoshopped. Because of course you need lifestyle images. You can't start the e-commerce store without it. The big focus of their brand, because they're new, but they were around for many decades as a physical shop. So there's like a heritage behind it. So we really wanted to point that out. And then of course, focusing on the products, having some blogs to bring warm traffic is awesome. And what they really highlight is also their impact, their process on how they make it. So it's all about quality. Because when you're coming in as kind of a new player, you really want to differentiate yourself, right? It's hard to compete with the big brands that we just went over. But if you can somehow differentiate yourself to show that the quality is really there, how it's made, the impact, they talk a lot about environmentally conscious manufacturing and how they produce it and all of that. So that's really amazing, and that helps give a little bit more trust to the customer, right? So if you guys have any questions, you want us to look at your accessories store or want any feedback, please feel free to reach out to me or check out our website, and you can book a free consultation just by clicking on that button right there.